Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon and I love rocks and gemstones, and rock tumbling is one of my favorite hobbies. It lets me really get hands-on with a wide variety of gemstones, and today I'm going to be showing you my adventure tumbling petrified wood. So I have two examples here, this light and this dark one. And petrified wood is actual wood. It used to be wood, and now it's solidified into this rock formation. And trivia, it is the state stone of Washington State, is petrified wood. And in this video, I'm going to show you my entire process from rough all the way to the finished polished product. And at the end, I'll show you my timeline and the recipe that I used to get these results. Now, petrified wood is an interesting tumble in that even within one batch of rough, you're gonna have some that are harder than others. So these light pieces were pretty soft, and I had to take them out of the coarse batch pretty quickly so they wouldn't wear away too fast. And these dark ones stayed in coarse much longer. But also when I polished them, I noticed that the dark, harder ones took a higher polish than the light ones. Like they barely polished. They actually still look like wood. And I may put these in dry polish later on to see how they do. So if you're curious about tumbling petrified wood, this gorgeous stone that actually shows off a lot of the wood grain, gorgeous. Then let's get started. Let me show you the rough. Today I'm going to be starting some petrified wood, which is some stone that I have been looking forward to tumbling for a while, but just really never made time for. And I just think it's the perfect time now. And you know, this is a stone that, you know, you really can't tell what it's going to look like until after you get it into the tumbler in a stage of coarse, so that you can really see what the patterns and the colors are going to look like. And so, yeah, most of this is pretty light. It's a pretty light color batch of petrified wood. And I'm really curious to see what it's going to look like next week after a week in coarse. So let me get my barrel full and get it in coarse, and we'll see it again next week. Okay, right off the bat, a strange occurrence. And sometime during the last week, the water in this barrel completely evaporated. There's no sign of leak. Everything, the lid and everything was put on tight, but there is zero water in this. And that has happened to me more than once. It's really odd. I have no idea what's happening. I mean, we're in a really humid climate here, so it's not like stuff just dries up. But yeah, no water. It's all gone. So let me get this rinsed out, because there doesn't seem to be, like, it kept tumbling. So there's no coarse grit left in here. This is the petrified wood, which went into coarse for its first run. And I don't feel any coarse grit in here at all. So let me get this rinsed off. I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll get it back in the barrel. So here is the petrified wood after its first week in coarse, and you could see the wood grain in it now. And you can see that there's lots of slurry still left on it, and it was really, really difficult to clean the slurry off of it today. But since it's just going back in coarse, then I figured I wouldn't try too hard. But I wanted to give you a chance to look at the wood grain here that, you know, is the significant feature of petrified wood. There's some more here. And we couldn't really tell this when we were looking at the rough last week. It was hard to see that it was actually wood-like, but it's starting to become pretty clear now. However, this does need to be shaped a lot more. So it's going back in its barrel with coarse and water. And hopefully that water won't evaporate again this time. We'll see. Maybe I'll have to do some midweek barrel checks. But I like the variance of colors here. We've got some reds, some browns, some light beiges, even some grays. And I think this is going to look really gorgeous. Let's get this back in the barrel. Here is the petrified wood after its second week in course. And we're getting to see it a little bit better than we did last week because I was able to rinse the slurry off much better. And we can see the variety in the stones now. And I'm really enjoying the different colors. We have this tan. We have some that are black. We have some in here that are red and this deep brown. And you can clearly see the wood grain in it. I mean, just super gorgeous. I'm really excited about these. These definitely need more time in course to smooth out. But so far right now, they're looking super, super gorgeous. Yeah, just like little tiny pieces of wood. All right, let me get these back in the barrel with more coarse grit. The petrified wood has finished 3 weeks in coarse grit, and it's looking nice. It's really getting there. And it's shaping nicely. Some of these pieces, like this one, they're already ready for medium grit. So I'm going to take some of these out and put them aside, and that's called splitting a batch. So I'll take a few out that are ready for medium and continue to run the rest in coarse, but you're really getting to see now the wood grain in this petrified wood. It's so gorgeous. And I love all the different colors it's taken. Very earthy. And of course, it's a tree. It would be earthy, but so, so pretty. All right, let me sort through these, pick out the ones that are ready for medium, and get the rest back in some more coarse. Here's the petrified wood after another week in coarse. And last week, I took out, I'd say about 25% that were already to go on to medium, and I'll probably be pulling a few more out this week, but it looks like there's still a fair amount that could use a little bit more time in coarse. But it does appear these lighter ones, these lighter colored ones, are shaping faster than the darker colored ones. And that's an interesting observation, but I really love how these are working up and all the wood grain patterns in these. So I'm going to pick through all of these, take out more that are ready to go on to medium, and put the rest back with more coarse grit. Here is the petrified wood after several weeks in coarse. And this is a batch that I split in half, so about half of it is done and ready for medium. And then I put the rest of this in a smaller barrel for another week in coarse. And this is looking a lot better. So this is good to combine these batches again and move on to medium grit. Looking much, much smoother. A lot of the major crevices are gone. However, keep in mind that not every single stone in your batch is going to look perfect. And if you want to take those out and save them for another batch in the future, then that's totally acceptable. Or you can move it on through the grit and call it a more natural look. But yeah, these are looking really nice. I see some, oh no, that's part of the stone. It looks like slurry still on there. So I'm gonna get these in a wash cycle so I can get any remaining coarse grit out of any kind of pits or crevices and move these on to medium grit. The petrified wood has just finished a full week in medium grit, and it's really smooth to the touch. It's looking really lovely. And you can really see that, the grain in the woods there. And I especially enjoy some of these that have these translucent portions of them. Like that one there. Really nice. And the different colors, dark, light, red even. Really nice. Okay. Even almost black. All right, so I'm going to get these washed up really good and then in the barrel with fine grit for a week, and we'll check in and see it again next week. Okay, this lovely petrified wood has been in fine grit for a full week. It's looking so beautiful. Just really gorgeous. I've always liked the look of petrified wood. It's really unlike anything else in the gemstone world because, well, it's a little bit different. So lovely. Really gorgeous. And the surface is really smooth. Some of these still have some natural shape to them, like this one. Just left it as it is. And yeah, I think I've picked this one up like 4 times already. So I will put this in a wash cycle, which is water and a very mild detergent like Dreft, the free and clear laundry detergents, or the powdered ones, or shaved up ivory soap. Run that about an hour so that you can wash off any extra grit and slurry so it won't contaminate the next finer stage. All right, let me get these washed up and then into extra fine grit. The petrified wood has spent a full week in extra fine grit, and it's looking really good. It's looking really smooth. And I'm not going to touch it a lot here because I already have this set up for a wash cycle. And what that is you put the rocks in the ceramic media in the barrel with soap and water. And usually I use a chemical-free laundry soap, but I ran out today. And I thought I had an extra box, but I didn't. So I have a little bit of a dish soap in there already. And I'll run this on the tumbler for about an hour and let the soap really do its work, because while there might not be a lot of slurry or residue left on the ceramic media or the rocks, there is a little bit for sure. It's also trapped in the little micro pores in the barrel, and you have to get that really, really clean. So this afternoon, I'll run probably 2 to 3 wash cycles, about an hour apiece, until the wash water is running fairly clear. Then give it a really good rinse and put it into polish. So let's get those wash cycles started right now, and then I'll get these into polish. The petrified wood has been in aluminum oxide polish for about a week now, so we're going to check on it. We're going to pull a piece directly out of the polish barrel, and we do this in case we're not happy with the level of the shine, we can just put the lid back on it and keep it tumbling in polish. We don't actually have to clean it right now. So we're going to give it a rinse off in some clean water and then dry it with a paper towel so we can see what this looks like when it is dry. And wow, look at that. Look at that shine. Wow, that's wonderful. So let's dig around there and pull out another one. Okay. All right, here's another one. Again, rinse it off. Get that polish off, dry. And really shiny. Wow. All right, so I am going to rinse all of this off and put it in a burnish cycle that is just water and a little bit of mild soap like Dreft or shaved ivory soap, and that will clean all of the polish residue off the stones and give them an even more brilliant shine. So let me do that. Let me get it all washed off, and then I'll show you the finished product. Thank you so much for joining me and watching my journey as I tumbled petrified wood. And I hope it piques your curiosity. If you haven't considered tumbling petrified wood before, I highly suggest that you get a batch of rough and tumble it up. It had a lot of different colors, a lot of different shapes, and they even polish up a little bit differently as well. And you know, I really had a lot of fun tumbling petrified wood. If you're brand new to tumbling or you're considering starting, I highly recommend you check out my online video course, Rock Tumbling 101, and I'll put a link to that below. It'll talk about where you get your supplies, what you need, where to get your rough rock, and show videos of every step along the way so that you can finish your first batch of tumbled and polished stones. And if you're an experienced tumbler and you'd like to see how I tumble a wide variety of stones and my different methods that I use, then make sure to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a single gemstone video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.